Good day, Vida Divina family. This is Al Rodriguez coming at you today, Vice President of Sales for Vida Divina. I hope that you're having an outstanding day. And I just wanted to cover a brief topic with you today. I've got a couple of brief notes just to make sure I hit some of these bullet points for you. But I hope that you're having an incredible day. It's been a great day for us so far. This morning, up at 'em early, talking to people in other countries. It's amazing. Excited about what we're doing. Hey, Dominique, how are you? Thanks for the V's. I appreciate that very much. Very much. Hey, very good, very good. Thanks for coming on the line. And by the way, guys, I love your feedback. I read your feedback. Hey, Mia, how are you? I read your feedback, whether it's on live. Ronisha, how are you? I read it at times. Sometimes I get, I talk, and so I don't read at the moment, but I'll go back and read it. My wife and I are very humbled about, what the feedback that we're getting from the field and the patience that we're getting from the field. I'm going to talk about the real power of two. This is not, I see some questions coming in. This is not really a Q&A, guys. And so I'm going to just thank you for your continued patience. When we have something to update you, believe me, you're going to be the first to know, right? And so what a lot of people probably, and I'll say it again, hey, Raquel, V's up, all right. Hey, Daria, how are you? So I'll just touch on this real quickly. This is really not the topic of it, but we need to put things in perspective. Perspective is we are an emerging global company. Nothing like this has ever done before. And what do I mean? Manufacture from day one. Now 10 countries launching on day one. The expectation of product being available sometime in mid-July. And so this is a huge project. So if we ever see a couple days delay on a website, on part of the system, on this or that, guys, understand that we're giving birth to a company. We're not launched. We're not even pre-launched. You guys are in so early. I don't think that some of you, with all due respect, understand the window of opportunity that you have right now. And I want you to focus on the window of opportunity. By the way, you'll never see a $1 million earner on stage. Thanks for the hearts. I love the hearts. I love the hearts. You'll never see a $1 million earner on stage till his or her story about how they joined a company and they built it because of a brochure. They built it because of product listing. They built it because of a website. Those are support mechanisms. It'll be built by your effort, your hustle. This is a contact sport. Hey, T, how are you? I love seeing your post, T. You're great. I love you. I appreciate your leadership. Robin, you too. You're awesome. You're awesome. So thanks for the hearts, guys. As I've said before, the hearts really are the feedback or the mechanism that I see that you're getting the information you need, that what you're hearing is what is consistent with what we're doing. And so thanks again for the hearts. Amanda, thanks so much. So anyway, now that I covered that, I want to talk to you about a couple of things about the real power of two. And I was saying a moment ago, hey, Jonathan, I love those hearts, man. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I want those hearts. I want those hearts. They just give me good feedback. They give me good energy. It's been a good day. I got up early this morning and talking to leaders in different countries that we are going to go into. I don't want you to get any misunderstandings. We've got people that we're getting our operations sometime before the end of the year for UK and South Africa and some of these other countries. And so, hey, Rhonda. Awesome. But, understand, thanks for the hearts, but understand that we've got these 10 core countries, and we just have to focus on the right things, guys. Just focus on your game plan. And that's what this message, the real power of two, is what I'm going to talk about in just a moment. But this morning, up and at 'em early, had a little bit of coffee, talking to people from other countries. Took my kids to Lego camp today. They're at Lego camp. It's a day camp, Lego camp all week. And so they're just very fired up. We were, a few weeks ago, we were in California, which is where I'm from originally. We used to live in Carlsbad over there by the coast for many years. And fate in the business has taken us to Playa del Carmen, Mexico by Cancun, and now in Houston. But they're fired up about it. And went on a nice brisk walk with my beautiful wife, Luzangela. And so, this business is about weaving your life, getting momentum and talking to people. And it's a contact sport, but, allows you, if you're doing it right, to live, your best life right now, right? And so, saludos, Eduardo, from Ecuador. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use a lady that I just spoke to, just joined the business. And I'll tell you what, she's new to network marketing, and I'll tell you what she did in a week, because it has to do with what I'm going to talk about right here. Hey, Juanita, thank you. So let's talk about some of these things, and I want to talk about the real power of two. Now, in Vida Divina, hey, Tim, in Vida Divina, we've got lots of profit centers. This is not going to be a business opportunity. By the way, if you want me to do a video later today that will be short, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, that you can share with your prospects and covers the Vida Divina opportunity on a real brief level, then I need to see lots and lots of hearts to tell me that you want me to do that, right? I got lots of stuff to do. So if you don't want it, there's no sense in me doing it. But if you want me to kind of do something that kind of covers, how our pay plan works on a very 30,000 foot level, right? Then I need to see lots and lots of hearts, because that's going to say, yes, Al, that's what we need, right? That's the only way. I can't get all thousands of you to call me, but if you give me lots of hearts, and I say, okay, then I got to do a video on that, right? And in fact, from now on, I'm going to invite you that anytime there's a topic that I hit on, if I see a flurry of hearts, I'm going to take note on that, and I'll make sure I do a video on it. So it might be pay plan training, might be something else. Now, I'm not your product expert, so I probably won't be your guy on that, but I'm happy to do a short business opportunity video so you can share with people, and I'll make it generic so you can share with people and tell people, listen, this is what I'm doing. This is what this powerful pay plan. So, you can do what I teach. Here's one thing I teach, and I learned from a mentor many years ago. You're the messenger and not the message. If you could find someone else that can deliver that message for you, and you could just be the messenger, the conduit, right? Then you can build a huge business without ever being a mega salesperson or a mega recruiter. You just have to do it. So show me some hearts. It looks like I'm going to be able to do that for you. Leah, that's a lot of hearts. I guess that probably puts us over top. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. John, hey, how you doing? Thanks, Tracy. So, let me talk to you about the real power of two. Our pay plan is very interesting. Our pay plan has a very good front end, middle, and back end. And I'm going to use that as a precursor before I get into the real power of two. What does that mean exactly in real world terms? Well, forget network marketing for a minute. If you with Vida Divina can sell product to end users, to customers, and to sign people up, you're going to make a great living on the front end. You can make a great side hustle, never have to worry about leaving your job. And if you just want to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a week, you can do that. In fact, you might not even like the team building aspect. I happen to love it, but you don't even have to do it. So that's our front end, right? And our front end includes the upline amount that you get when you rank up between the 50 and 70%. It includes the presenter's bonus. Those are all weekly payments that you can get. Then we've got our mid part of the plan. I'm so proud of it. Now, why is that? Because even though, in fact, let me just kind of go in reverse here. The top part of our plan, which is our binary, and even more so our check match, it's going to create wealth like you can't imagine. I'm talking about generational legacy wealth, something worth waiting for. Why? Because of the manufacturer. We're opening operations in all countries. We're not doing this willy-nilly, and that's why we appreciate your patience. But let me talk about the middle of it. Because, see, some people are going to want to make more than a couple $1,000s a month, and some people today, maybe they don't believe for themselves that they can make $30,000 a month or $50,000 a month or more. And that's okay, by the way. That's okay. You know how you eat an elephant? Does anybody know how to eat an elephant? Let me tell you how to eat an elephant. One bite at a time. That's how you build this business. You do it one person at a time. You do it one contact at a time. Okay? So, but the middle part of our plan is so generous that I believe we're going to generate more $5,000 and $10,000 a month earners that we've ever seen in this profession. It's that important. Now, again, I want to help you guys to make big amounts of money, but you know what I'm really passionate about is helping that core group of people make a $5,000 to $10,000 a month income. And you should be too. Why? Because if you want to make $50,000 a month, all you got to do is focus on helping lots of people make $5,000 a month. And then you'll do it. Remember, you hear me say all the time, Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough other people have success, you in turn will become wealthy. And so it's very important that you understand those fundamentals. Not just in network marketing, but in life in general, in business, right? If you can serve others, if you run a great restaurant and you provide a good value and you run a good, clean business and whatnot, people are going to tell people about it, and you're going to grow a successful restaurant, right? So, it isn't just strictly to network marketing, although in network marketing, because of the leverage and the residual income component, if you give it some time, you won't see it in the beginning. In the beginning, you're work, get paid. Work, get paid. Work, get paid. Soon it's work, get paid. Work, get paid. Work, paid. work, paid, work, paid, work, paid, 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 work, paid, paid. You know, why do you think Armand Puyo last year made 8 figures last year? Now, he works very hard, but let me tell you, his leverage is a whole lot different than someone starting brand new. So let's get down to brass tacks. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate it. So, you know, our pay plan, as I was talking about, has a good front end, back end, middle end. But, you know, people ask us, do you have a binary plan or a unilevel plan? Well, we have both. Now, I'm not going to get into the comp plan. I just want to have you understand this one particular component on the reality of two. And I'm talking about two people. Now, part of our plan, thanks for the hearts, part of our plan is a binary system. Bi meaning two. Right leg, left leg, right? So most of you know the fundamentals is you put one on your right, one on your left, one on your right, one on your left, and you go back and forth and you do it. Now, I advocate, so does Armand, you put them on the outside legs, right? I won't do any comp plan training today. You don't have to worry about filling in the center because your people are going to go right and left and right and left. So those get filled up. You want to generate lots of synergy and lots of power by going straight down. It gets people excited, gets them into action, gets them moving. They want to join your team, right? But let me talk about the power of two. There's a myth or a misnomer in our business that all you need is two. Now, yes, if you're not binary qualified, then you need to get binary qualified. And what do you need to do to get binary qualified? You need to sponsor at least one person on your right leg. And yes, it has to be a personal sponsor, not that your upline put in there. And you have to put one on your left. Now, guys, that is binary qualified, and I congratulate you if you've done it. And if not, I expect you to hopefully do it here in the next 24 hours. It doesn't take a lot. But, guys, I want to let you know that that's the bare minimum. I want to teach you great fundamental business practices where you're not doing minimums. Now, here's a minimum. In network marketing, you say, hey, all you need is one on the right, one on the left. Well, that's only half the story. What if the one on the right doesn't order product this month? You could fall out of qualification. So you really should have more than one on the left and right. Now, do you have to have them overnight? No. But you can, you start working on it. You start working on it. Even if you got some people are in a big leg because their upline's going a big leg. Even then, you want to put some people in that leg because you want to fortify your position. So what do I mean by that? You really need to sponsor more than two people. Now, do you have to do it overnight? No, you don't have to do it overnight. Now, I'm going to talk about some leadership stuff that's going to scare some of you. And here's why it's going to scare some of you. Because some of you do want to make six figures plus. You want to go to the top, and it won't scare you. And I say this with the utmost love and respect. Some of you said, Al, I just want an extra $500 a week. I just need to get some groceries and pay the light bill. I get it. And that's okay. So you'll just need to water down my message a little bit and understand it. I don't want to scare you that you need to do this. What I'm talking about is those of you who want to make lots of money, okay? We're going to love everybody where they're at, and you're going to make your decision as to how small, medium, or large you want your business. I just want to shoot straight to you and let you know what you need to do. Is that okay? Is that okay that I'm just going to tell you the truth and we're not going to hype anymore and we're done in a profession of just exaggerating and telling people half-truths and telling people the bare minimums, and then they get frustrated and they blame themselves and they're wondering, why didn't I succeed at the last 5 network marketing companies? Well, the buck stops here. The buck stops here. Thanks for the hearts, guys. That tells me that you want the truth, you're ready for the truth. And here's the truth. The truth is you're going to need to sponsor more than 2 people. Now, you get binary qualified, that's great. Now, here's what should happen. Thanks for the hearts. I love you guys. Here's what should happen in a perfect world, right? In a binary, any binary. I sponsor 2 people, one on the right, one on the left. Guess what they do? The one on the left sponsors 2 people, one on his right, one on his right, left. Mary does it on his right, left, and so forth and so on. And we've seen the income examples. At the end of 12 months, you've got 4,000 people here and 4,000 people on the other team, and you're making $500,000 a year or more, right? Right? And it's the truth, except you can't control people. It's the truth, but you can't control who does what. So how do you, as an entrepreneur, as the owner of your own business, rectify that? And you don't rectify by thinking you're going to sponsor 2 people. So what I would do, and one of my mentors taught me this years ago, and by the way, you've heard me say Grant Cardone is, I'm now part of Grant Cardone's paid university, and you've heard him before. He talks about 10xing things. I mean, in a simple term, let's 10x everything you do. Whatever you think you need to do 10 times more. Because what if you fall short? You will still have massive amounts of success. If you're going to do the work anyway, guys, might as well get it work done. So, in the power of 2, let me give you an example. You guys know that I used to be a mortgage banker in a prior life. Imagine if you and I were brand new mortgage loan officers and they told us at that company, you know what, Al? You know what, Tim, Cecilia, Angela, Mia? You know what? I just want you to go out and find 2 customers that you can make a mortgage loan for. Just 2. Just get 2. You go, oh, great. I'm going to get 2. And then what? Well, those 2, you're going to do such a good job, they're going to give you 2 referrals. And then you're going to do such a good job for them, they're going to give you 2 referrals. Now, is that a good thing? Yeah, it's a good thing. The power of referrals is amazing. But would you only find 2 customers in the mortgage business? If you owned a jewelry store company, would you just tell 2 friends or family members to come buy jewelry and then you just depend on their referrals? I don't think you'd do that, right? No logical person would do that. What if you owned a restaurant, right? What if you owned a restaurant and you spent, $250,000 to set up a restaurant and then all you did is get 2 people to come to your restaurant? And you said, hey, don't forget to tell your friends, refer 2 people to me. Now, is that bad? It's not bad. But would you do that? Would that be solid business practice? Of course not. Thanks, Leah. This is real talk, right? It's real talk. And so what I want to encourage you to do is think like you would if you were a jewelry store owner. If you were a mortgage banker like I used to be, you wouldn't stop at 2. You'd tell the world. You'd tell the world. Now, if I invited you to my restaurant and you didn't come, it wouldn't matter to me. I'd keep inviting people to my restaurant until I personally had 20, 40, 50, or maybe even 100 people that I personally invoked to come to my restaurant. Now, the power of 2 is real. Now the power of 2 is real, right? Because now I take some more control of what I'm doing. And let me check my notes here. And so now I take control of what I'm doing. And so do you see that if you went out and sponsored instead of 2, you made it a goal to sponsor 5 on each side, 10 on each side, 20 on each side, how you take control of your destiny? And then you're no longer worried about, you know what? I gotta laugh. Have you ever sponsored, give me some hearts if this has ever happened. Have you ever sponsored someone, you got them in the business, they seem to be excited, and a week or 2 later they were nowhere to be found? They're probably in the witness relocation program, right? They're gone, right? And then what if that's one of your 2? You can't build a solid business in any industry, right? Okay, some of you it's happened. I'm getting some hearts. Some of you it's happened, all right? So what I want to do is I want you to start enrolling people right now. And thanks for the hearts. That means that you guys are getting this message. I love it. I love it. What I want you to do now, I don't want you to stress out. Some of you say, Al, but I can't. I've never sponsored 20 people or 30 people, and I get it. I totally get it. No one says you have to do it overnight. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I love you. But what if you had a daily method of operation with every day you're getting a hold of 2 or 3 people? 2 or 3 people every day, 5, 6, maybe some of you crazy 7 days a week, right? And you did it not for just a week, but you did it for more than a month. What if you did it for a year or 2? Or what if, like my friend Richard Brooke, who wrote the 4-year career, what if you kept doing it, and you just totally busted free in 4 years? Now, I think with our pay plan, we won't be taking 4 years, but what if we work 40, 50 years? Why not do something for a year or 2? Or in the case of that book, 4-year career, right? So I want to encourage you that what you want to do is you got to be enrolling all the time. Now you might say, oh, I'm not a big recruiter. Great. What if you just made a goal to get in front of enough people the message that you enrolled 1 person a week, right? Well, 1 person a week in 90 days is 12 people. 1 person a week in a year is better than 50 people. And that's taking 2 weeks off, right? That would be 50 people in a year, right? I wish someone would have told me that earlier in the year. Early in my career, I did enroll a lot of people, but I didn't quite get it. And so now, it's how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. How do you build a big empire? 1 person at a time. But you got to keep doing it. You can't stop, right? Too many of us sponsor 2, 3 people and we go into management mode. We don't have any employees in this. This is a volunteer army. So I hope that today's lesson, I hope, is inspirational, not because I'm motivating you through motivational type words. I hope it's inspirational because it's truth-based, because it's integrity-based, because it's what I believe you deserve to know. Taffrey, I love you too. I appreciate that. Robin, much love. I appreciate that. And so, I just got off the phone earlier from a lady from Ecuador. Never been in network marketing. She is a business professional from some other business, but nothing to do, she never built a distributorship. She says, Al, I'm so excited. She goes, I've sponsored over 25 people in under a week. 25 people. Brand new person. She doesn't even know how to explain the compensation plan right. right? She's just out there. I said, well, what are you doing? She says, you know what? I'm just talking to people. I said, what happened with the people that say no? She smiles, and she's really a sweet lady. She smiles and says, you know what? Then you just watch me. She doesn't get mad at them. She doesn't chase them. She doesn't convince them. She just keeps going. And guys, people are everywhere. We don't have to steal people from anybody. I don't even care about what company. We're talking about a world full of people. Here in the United States, we have better than 300 million people. You know, sometimes we look for people in other countries. I got to tell you the truth. You could stay in your own home state. You know, I've known people that in their own cities have grown incredible businesses. And so you can grow in your own city, state. And of course, with the advent of social media, Facebook, Pinterest, and all these other social media sites, you know, you can even go as large as you want. And I've done that, so I want to keep it real with you. But, you know, the idea is you just got to keep going. You got to keep going. And so I'm going to wrap up with a couple of things. And so it might not be a bad goal to say, you know what, my end goal is going to be I got to get 20 people on one side and 20 on the other side. And I'm going to give you an example. 20 on one side. You go, my God, that's 40 people. Remember how to eat an elephant one bite at a time? What if you enrolled one person a week? Well, you'd hit the 40 in 10 months, right? Now, what if some of you guys are crazy? And you say, no, I'm going to enroll 2 or 3 people a week. Well, of course, then you don't do it in 10 months. You do it in 3 or 4 months, right? 5 months at the most. And so it's all up to you. By the way, guys, don't ever feel like you're competing with someone else. Everybody comes into this business with different skill sets, different social circles, different amounts of time. Do not ever beat yourself up emotionally of what someone else's does. You know, in fact, sometimes I'll hear people come in and have immediate success in this business, and I can tell you, they probably are bringing over a team. They're influencers either in the network marketing profession or another profession. So don't ever feel slighted by that. My respects to those people. They deserve it. They've probably, you know, it's like, I read this book. It says, I'm an overnight success. I'm an overnight success. It just took me 20 years to get here. Do you get that? Do you get that? So if you've never had a ton of success, then it's okay. Everybody has an equal playing field with Vida Divina. We all have the same products, compensation plan, countries. You know, we're all going to have the same access to the co-branded training. I mean, it's all going to be the same. Thank you, David. You got to crawl before you walk. Very true. Pamela, thanks very much. So let me round out some examples on this. So let's say that you were to sponsor 20 people on each side. And by the way, you can increase that number. You can decrease that number. It's perfectly okay. This is not rocket science, guys. I want you to accomplish your goals and dreams. I want you to get what you want, whatever that is. And by the way, you can live in a happy, abundant life with $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. You don't have to make $50,000 a month. I think that's beautiful. I think $100,000 a month is great too. But you know what? I think I mentioned this on an earlier live stream the other day, and I was really impacted by this young woman who is a single mother who was working 2 jobs. 2 jobs. She said, Mr. Rodriguez, if I could really, and she's already on the team, she's enrolling. She goes, if I can build a business with Vida Divina of $4,000 a month, she goes, it would make up my entire world. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, I don't even make that working 2 jobs, a full-time and a part-time job. She's so tired, burning candles at both ends. Grandma's watching her child, or sometimes a neighbor. She said, Al, if I made $4,000 a month, I'd be able to quit my 2 jobs and be home with my child full-time. Now, if that's not a blessing, I don't know what is. Right? You can show me your nice, bright, red, shiny Ferrari, and I'll pat you on the back. I said, good job on the Ferrari. But you know what? I'm going to give that woman such a heartfelt hug for stepping up and becoming a true entrepreneur. And I don't care if it's $4,000 a month or what the amount is, but that's what it's all about, right? $4,000 a month is great. You know, it can change lives. By the way, guys, do you know that most of our profession doesn't quit their jobs? Most of them just need a side hustle. Can we just help people make an extra $500 a week, right? That'll take someone from half step behind to a couple steps ahead, paying off bills. I'll tell you what, you sleep real good when you're debt free. You sleep real good when, even if your car breaks down or you need new tires, if you have the money, you sleep real good. God bless you guys. Thanks for those hearts. Thanks for those hearts. So let me round out this example, and I'm going to ask that one final question here at the end. But these 20 on each side, do you know that if you sponsor 20 on one side, what if a third of those quit? What if they quit? Who cares, right? I mean, I don't want people to quit, but people quit. People quit jobs, marriages. They're going to quit your team. Right? But if you only have 1 or 2 sponsors and they quit, it crushes your world. But if you got 20 on one leg and a third quit, that's okay. What if the other third, man, they're going to build it and all of a sudden they kind of lose the air out of their tires. Life happens, right? life happens, but they stay with you and they're kind of building the business slowly but surely, or they become wholesale customers of yours, which creates volume. We need customers, and maybe they go to an event or two, and one day, in a month and 6 months, they get fired up and then they go. But I want to talk about that final 1/3 of the 120, which is 6 to 7 people. What if they say, you know what, Al? What about you, Kelly, or Alicia, or Hillary? You know what? We're doing this. In fact, those 6 or 7 will probably do it with or without you. With or without your coaching, with or without your mentorship, whether you're actively engaged or not, those 6 or 7 will go out and build a business. And now those 6 or 7, you'll probably generate 1 or 2 superstars in your business. Now, if you do that on the other side, those 20, a third quit, a third become wholesale customers or doing the business very mildly, and then the other third, the last third, those 6 or 7, they're going to do it, they're going to do it, and they're going to do it, and they're going to do it. Whatever you do or not, they're going to do it. You might even quit, if I can be bold enough to say that. Hopefully you don't have any quitters here, right? But you can even quit and they won't quit, because they're going to do it, because their dreams are alive and well. They have new hope. They have a renewed vision with Vida Divina. And out of those 6 or 7, you'll have 1 or 2 rock stars on that side. And here's the great thing is, I've probably overkilled the business with you, because you'll just rocket launch your business if you trust me on this, okay? And again, you don't have to sponsor all those people on one day. Start where you're at and keep going, right? But you have to be in daily activity. Now, I've talked to people sometimes about texting. Use WhatsApp, use the Facebook inbox to connect on a more personal basis. Don't oversell the opportunity. Create a little mystery, a little curiosity to what they're doing, to what you're doing, right? Because you don't want to turn your friends off. And so, number 1, we just talked about the law of numbers. And number 2, which I won't talk about right now, but I can't even tell you what that'll do for your check match. If you've got a lot of people enrolled, let's say you don't have a lot enrolled. What if you have 10, 12 people that are making $2,000 to $4,000 a month? Well, 10 people times 2,000 on your front line, that's $10,000 a month to you. What do you have 20 people making a couple thousand a month? Right? 40, that's 20, that's $250,000 just on the check match, and that's only on your personals. Now, no income claims here. I'm just telling you the power of our compensation plan. But what was my original message? The real power of 2. I want you to get binary qualified. Put 1 on the right, 1 on the left, but understand that that's just your basis. From there, you got to keep going and going and going and going. Just like you had a jewelry business, you got to keep finding people that are going to buy your jewelry and buy your jewelry. You want referrals, but you can't depend on your referrals, right? Same thing with owning a restaurant. If I open a restaurant with you, believe me, we're going to have more than 2 people sitting there. We're going to have a grand opening. In fact, I don't want you to join this business. Pretty soon I want you to launch your business, because I want you to just create some momentum. We'll be talking about here pretty soon about a 90-day launch and what you need to do. If you've never launched a business, I hope that you're ready for the message, because I'm going to be speaking the truth to you guys, right, of what it takes to go big in this business. Now, I've been fortunate that I've just been mentored by really good people. Most of the people that I know have done so much better than I have. I was on that MLM cruise. I'm talking about some big earners that you would recognize their name. And thanks for the hearts, guys. So let me wrap up with this question. Thanks for the hearts. First of all, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Was this helpful? Was this information valuable? Do you want more of this type of insight? I love to inspire you and motivate you through other ways, but is this helpful? If it is, give me some hearts. Let me know if this is helpful to you, if these types of Facebook Live videos are important. And obviously, for our Spanish-speaking friends, I'll be doing the same in Spanish. So show me some hearts while I talk in Spanish for just a moment or 2. Ustedes que hablan español, si realmente quieren ese tipo de entrenamiento, se les va a dar. Dame unos corazones, regálame unos corazones, haz unos comentarios aquí en español que ustedes también desean esta información en español. Porque mira, la empresa del señor Armand Puyol con Vida Divina va a lanzar en 10 países, de los cuales 9 están en Latinoamérica. Y Estados Unidos tiene un mundo de personas de habla hispana. So anyway, guys, I appreciate the hearts. Here's my last question to you is, do you want me to do a little quick 5, maybe 10-minute max business overview, right? Something you can share with people, maybe either tag them or you could share it on your wall, but something that would kind of give people exactly, show me the hearts, someone that kind of show people what the business is about. Would that help? And by the way, yes, we're coming out with marketing information, but I'm just talking about doing something for you right now, right? Because we're not even in pre-launch. I want you to have something during this pre-enrollment. We have an amazing window of opportunity. Give me some hearts. We have an amazing window of opportunity for the next, I'm just going to call it 3 weeks, right? For the next, before we order product. where you can enroll people for free. What's easier than recruiting and enrolling people for free, number one? And number two, being able to and then tell them that they can pre-build a team for free. Do you imagine the fast start commissions that are going to be generated by people that can get into action? I'm seeing people enroll people that have never been good enrollers in the past. And it's a blessing, and it's because of this. So anyway, looks like I'm going to be doing that. Look for that. Certainly in the next 24 hours. If I get a chance to do it this evening, I'll do it this evening, and I'll title it something like The Opportunity. So you'll know what it is, The Opportunity, right? And then you'll just be able to share that on a generic basis. So guys, I appreciate you. We're going to be developing more tools as we go. Yes, Robin, we'll come up with the 5-minute sizzle. We'll do something, but we'll keep going in this right direction. We're basically locking arms, guys. Here's what we're doing. We're locking arms in the infancy of this company, Vida Divina. Danielle, my pleasure. And thank you for all you guys. Your love is great. Armand Puyol's mission statement of leading with love is, I'm seeing people live it. I'm seeing people really post up pictures about the right things, the right why, your family, your loved ones. I just talked to a gentleman earlier today that is not a network marketer. He controls over 70 radio stations worldwide. It's a Christian broadcasting station. And you know what he wants to do? I won't name his name, but he'll know who he is. And he wants to start a Christian retreat. He already owns lots of acreage in a beautiful, beautiful area here in this country. And he sees this as his vehicle to really, do some service to people. And so I'm really enthused when I hear those kind of whys. Does everybody have to develop a Christian retreat? No. But maybe you can send your kids and your family to Disney World, or go on a cruise, or pay off your debts, or buy a home, move to a better zip code. Maybe you can serve people. Maybe you've always figured, how can I serve in church? Well, you can serve in church and also serve people outside of church. And so I just want to do that. Guys, thanks for all the love. Luz Angela and I are humbled. We're so humbled by everything you're doing. I can tell you that Mr. Armand Puyol works tirelessly for you guys. I'm so proud to call him my friend and business partner. I don't know where he gets the energy other than from you guys, because what he does is tireless dedication. And by the way, you may not see it, but programming is working round the clock. We're doing things are coming. So remember, be of calm spirit, but get some action. It's kind of like what I heard someone say: if you're going to pray with your feet moving, right? Take some action. Anyway, this is Al Rodriguez. Show me those V's. Vida Divina. Love you guys. Look forward to really hearing about your success stories. And don't forget, I'll be in Houston this Thursday. For those of you who are in Houston, who know people in Houston, thanks for the hearts. I'll be in Atlanta, July 16th for an incredible event. Make sure you get the details. And of course, I'll be joining Armand Puyol, Eric Worre, and many of you in Orlando that following weekend, which I believe is July 23rd. So look forward to seeing you, and God bless you all. Thanks for taking a listen. Make it a great day.